This is question 26 of section B of the 2018 PBSAA paper. So in this question, we're given this rectangle PQRS and told it lies in a circle as on here. So PQRS, the vertices of the rectangle lie on the circle. And the rectangle is centred at the centre of the circle. And we're told the ratio of PQ, the length of that, to the length of QR is 2:1. And the area of this rectangle is 96 centimetres squared. The unit doesn't particularly matter here, but all of this is in centimetres. And we're asked, what's the radius of the circle? So how do we go about this? Well, we're asked to find the radius of the circle, and we've got all of this information here, and it's really hard to visualise in a minute. So why don't we try and put that on our diagram somehow and see if something comes out? So how do we convey this? The ratio of PQ length to the length of QR is 2:1. So we'll just start off, we'll call this X. We'll call this X, so this is 2X, so, because if we call this X, this would be a half X, and I don't want to deal with a fraction. So we call this X, 2X. We also know the area is 96, so we'll put that here. And what we actually asked to find, we're asked to find the radius of the circle. Now the radius is, basically if we drew between Q and S, then this distance here, half of it will be the radius. But the thing is, QS in its entirety is quite an easy distance to find, because we've just got a right angled triangle here. So this distance is 2r, right? So 2r squared by Pythagoras is equal to 2x squared plus x squared, which is great because we can rearrange this quite a bit. So r is the thing we're looking for, so we get 4r squared equals 5x squared, and then r squared equals 5/4 x squared, just dividing through by the 4, and then r equals this. Now, I've left it in the x squared form here, because you're right in saying that I could write this as square root of 5/4 times x, because it turns out x squared will be a lot easier to find than x. And the reason for this is we're going to find x squared from the area, so x squareds are going to appear naturally. So let's find x squared, so we can sub it into here. So we know the area of PQRS is 96, but we know for area of rectangle, length times width, so 2x times x gives 96. So from this, 2x squared is 96, so x squared is 48. Great. So now we can put this information into here. So we get r is the square root of 5/4 times 48. Now 48/4 is 12, times 5 is 60, so this is just the square root of 60. Now, this isn't quite the answer. None of the options in the multiple choice match to this, because this can be simplified. Because we can write 60, can we write it as a product of two numbers where one of them's a square number? Yes, we can. We can write it as 4 times 15. So root 60 equals root 4 times root 15. Root 4 is 2. So we get 2 root 15, which is great, because that's one of our answers on the multiple choice. It's in fact D. And so our answer is D.